Namaste, Prime Minister Modi ji. I would like to give an open challenge to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Let India rise and let Nepal rise with India. Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, I am not standing before you as a politician, as a diplomat, businessman, or government official. I am speaking simply as an ordinary citizen of Nepal, a citizen from a small Himalayan country that shares with India not only a border but also history, culture, religion, family ties, and deep human connections. So today I want to offer you a challenge, not a challenge of hostility, not a challenge of confrontation, but a challenge of leadership, statesman, cooperation, and vision. Prime Minister Modi ji, you have repeatedly presented a vision of making India a major global economic power. India has emerged as one of the world's largest economic and continue to pursue greater global influence. So my first challenge to you is simple. If you can help India become stronger, richer, and more influential, can you also help your smaller neighbor Nepal become stronger? If you can transform India's economy, can you help transform the economic opportunities of the Himalayan region? If you can build highways, railways, digital infrastructure, and industrial corridors across India, can you help Nepal build the connectivity that allows Nepali products to reach the world? If India is aspiring to become a global economic power, why not make Nepal a prosperous partner rather than merely a neighboring market? This is my positive challenge to you, dear Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Prime Minister, I also challenge you on the border issue. Nepal and India have a long standing boundary dispute involving areas including Kalapani, Lipulek, and Limpiadura. Nepal maintains its position on these territories while India has its own position. But I do not want another generation of Nepali and Indian citizens, but I do not want another generation of Nepali and Indian generations to inherit the same unresolved question. So, Prime Minister Modi ji, I challenge you. Can we solve it not through anger, not through nationalist rhetoric, not through accusations, dear Prime Minister, but through historical evidence, maps, documents, survey data, and diplomatic dialogues? Prime Minister Valendra Saha has himself said that Nepal and India should sit together and examine the facts, while reiterating that the outstanding border issues should be addressed through diplomatic channels. Nepal has also indicated that historians, surveyors, and relevant experts can be involved in examining the matter. India and Nepal already have bilateral mechanisms for dealing with boundary related questions. So my challenge is let us use those mechanisms seriously, Modi ji. Let the historians bring the history, let the surveyors bring the maps, let the experts bring the evidence, let the diplomats bring wisdom, and let the political leaders bring courage. Then let us sit across the table and ask one question: what is truth? Not what is stronger, what is truth? Because a border dispute should ultimately be resolved by evidence and diplomacy, not by relative size of two countries. My second challenge Help Nepal develop. Help Nepal's develop. Prime Minister Modi ji, Nepal does not want charity. Nepal wants partnership. We want trade. We want investment. We want technology. We want tourism. We want electricity cooperation. We want better connectivity. We want to young people to see opportunities inside Nepal rather than believing that their only future lies abroad. India and Nepal already have extensive people to people connections. The two countries are uniquely connected through an open border and long standing social and cultural relationships. Imagine what could happen if this relationship were transformed into an even stronger economic partnership. Nepal has enormous hydropower potential. India needs clean energy. Nepal needs investment and markets. That is not a problem. That is an opportunity. Why not turn this geological reality into a mutually beneficial partnership? Why should Nepal's young engineers, entrepreneurs, and skilled workers have to leave the country simply because opportunities are limited? Why can't Nepal become a productive economic partner in India's growth story? Prime Minister Modi ji, I have one more challenge for you. You have the opportunity to demonstrate that a powerful country does not need a fear of a small neighbor. A truly powerful nation demonstrates its strength through generosity, confidence, fairness, and responsibility. India is much larger than Nepal in population, in the manner of economy, military capacity, and global influence. But precisely because India is larger, the world expects greater statesmanship from its leadership. A strong India and prosperous Nepal do not have to be competing visions. They can be complementary. Imagine a Nepal where electricity is abundant, industries are growing, tourism is flourishing, young people are creating businesses, and Nepali products are reaching Indian and global markets. Imagine an India that says our neighbor's prosperity is also our prosperity. That will be a powerful message to South Asia. Prime Minister Modi ji, I am not asking India to sacrifice its national interest, and I am not asking Nepal to sacrifice ours. I am asking both countries to understand that national interest and regional prosperity do not always have to be contradictory. Sometimes cooperation creates greater national strength. So, here is my challenge to you: resolve the border issues, strengthen economic cooperation, expand connectivity, invest in Nepal's development, giving young Nepalese reasons to give young Nepalese reasons to build their future at home, and most importantly, prove that the leadership between a large country and a small country can be based not on fear, pressure, or suspicion, not on pressure, fear, or suspicion, but on mutual respect, equality of dignity, trust, and shared prosperity. Prime Minister Modi ji, if you can lead India toward becoming one of the world's great economic powers, I challenge you to make history in another way. Be the Indian Prime Minister who helped turn Nepal India relations from a relationship of unresolved disputes into a relationship or relationship of lasting partnership. Are you understand? Be the Indian Prime Minister who helped turn Nepal India relations from a relationship of unresolved disputes into a relationship of lasting partnership. Do not merely build a strong India, help build a strong neighborhood, because the greatest leaders do not rise by pushing their neighbors down. The rise by helping their neighbors rise with them. That is my challenge to you, dear Prime Minister. Thank you so much.